It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the end. Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing. Getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Owens, and it's Cycli in at the 5 spot. Here's Bing over Rozier. Bing can't hit. Here's Bridgman, covered by Anthony. And that one's good, Ellison.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Outside Anthony. To the paint. Pass to Cycli. Here's Coleman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bing. Ellison with the rebound. And here's Louisville. Driving inside. Yep, that one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Bing. Rozier defending. Bing the pass to Owens. And here is Anthony. Over Unsa. Here's Cycli. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Pass to Anthony. Cardinals with the rebound. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
For 3, Mitchell. Bing with the rebound.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you want to be aggressive and get the other guys on their heels.
Here's Unseld. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Bing, the pass to Cycli. Now here's Owens. Oh, good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Mitchell. Front pass the arc. Rebounded by Coleman.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And, Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Pass to Unzone. Here's Mitchell. Beyond the arc. Connects from three-point range. Mitchell's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this game.
Here's Coleman. He had 15 points last outing. Pass to Bing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mitchell finds Rozier. Here's Ellison. Unseld, the pass to Rozier. Takes the 3. Unseld can't get it to go. Gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Here's Owens. And the rebound goes to Louisville.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defense that's showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Mitchell's gone 3 of 5 from deep, shooting 60% so far from way outside. Here's Bing. Last game we saw him score 14. Here's Anthony. Lays it up off the glass.
And this close into the cup, Anthony makes it look easy. Nice soft touch on that one.
Bridgman the pass to himself. Rozier for 3. Rebounded by Coleman. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Owens passes to Bing. Shot clock at 5. Fires from the corner. No good that time.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
33% here in the first quarter. Anthony with it. Picked up by Rozier. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 6.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
So Louisville calls timeout. Their first. Now to view the league's stingiest defenses.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Louisville leading by 5. Mitchell with it. He's got 9. Launches a 3. The shot, no good.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Bing. Over Mitchell. Here's Cycli. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Cycli's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Griffith. His last outing with 20 points. To stop the drought. It's rebounded by Warwick. Here's Anthony and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Louisville leading by 3. And here is Mitchell. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Griffith can't get it to go. Just about an even 40% to start. Waiters outside. Warwick the pass to Bing. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Here's Bridgman. He's covered by Grant. 1:36 left to play here in the first. Here's Warwick. Nothing on the board. Here's Waiters. Stolen. Oh, and a fast break for Louisville. Here's Bridgman. He's covered by Grant. To the middle. Here's Jang. And finished off by Jang.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Mitchell outside. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Left side, Waiters. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And Waiters with the stuff.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Louisville. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Louisville.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Deion Waiters is out there with Ennis. Then there's Grant. Then it's Warwick. And it's Coleman in at center. McRae passes to Bridgman. Shot clock at 6. And the shot goes in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Coleman gets the bucket.
Yeah, I'd say a pretty good plan to get the ball to Coleman on that low block. It takes some very physical defense to contain him, and sometimes even that's not enough.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Jeremy Grant began his career as an activity role player, but he's been adding layers. He said at the start, whatever I needed to do to get on the court, whether it was defense, rebounding, blocking shots, I was going to do it. I wanted to see what I was capable of, so I put a lot of work in expanding my role. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Coleman. And the rebound goes to Louisville. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Bridgman. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Waiters. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Waiters got his second basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the inside. Bridgman. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, looking at the Eastern Conference this season, as much uncertainty as I can remember with regard to the pecking order. With injuries shifting the balance of power, things very much up in the air. And there's some up-and-coming teams seeming to sense an opportunity to make their move.
Certainly something to watch. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. And Louisville making a change here. Rozier's checked in. Well, we like to keep you up to date on the fresh talent in the league, so let's check in on the rookie block leaders. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Waiters. Cardinals with the rebound.
You know, not sure if he's playing for the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Here's Bridgman. He has 6. Pass to Griffith. 4 on the clock. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for McCray. Gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Drives to the hoop. That is good, and the Louisville lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Bing.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Bridgman. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. It's rebounded by Warwick. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. From 12 feet out, and he connects with the jumper. And now it's just a 4-point Louisville lead.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Outside Rozier. Louisville, no good that time either. Gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Bing, and he banks in the layup. Bing's got 10 points in the game.
If the possession ends with a shot in close, you've done something right.
Here's Griffith. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Over in the corner, Rozier. Lets it fly. And the Cardinals miss again. Gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Bing the pass to Owens. They set the pick. Pass to Warwick. Here's Bing. Rozier defending. Bing can't hit. And for Louisville, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Bridgman the pass to Rozier. And here is Mitchell. Misses and the dry spell continues.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Owens passes to Warwick. Steps back. Here's Bing. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Bing's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, nice turnaround for him here in the second quarter. Had a cold start, but never lost his confidence.
Now a timeout called by the Cardinals.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Substitution on the court.
McCray passes to Unseld. Now here's Rozier. Hasn't made one yet. Just 5 to shoot. Basket counts.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Shays. Over Rozier. And the basket by Shays.
And people think of Anthony purely as a shooter, but this guy can make the slick pass when the opportunity presents itself.
Here's Griffith, covered by Anthony. Griffith passes to Rozier. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I love the mentality of Terry Rozier. Nothing gets in the way of him scoring.
And Terry Rozier, a combustible scorer, coach, who competes on the defensive end of the floor as well.
Great point, Kevin. I mean, Terry Rozier really made his career at the defensive end of the floor. He developed as an offensive player over time in the league, but he made his name and got his playing time based on what he did defensively. Well, you know, Rozier is a microwave scorer. He has the ability to run the offense and get it done at all 3 levels.
The shot by Anthony, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Owens kicks to Anthony. Pass to Bing. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Unseld. Unseld's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Garcia's got his first points of the night. Being pretty good tonight at 48%. Bing, the pass to Carmelo. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Oh, great job by Anthony, keeping his balance, not allowing the contact to stop him from scoring.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Misses the 3. Gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Owens dishes to Ward. 1:37 left in the second quarter. Shays the pass to Anthony. Over Mitchell. Anthony's shot is off. Cardinals leading by 3. Pass to Rozier. Back to Garcia from downtown. There's the triple. Shays with the rebound. 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. Here's Bing. 52 seconds left now here in the second. And for Louisville, they're shooting 44% from the floor since we began the second quarter. Rozier for 3. Sinks that one from the post. Unseld's got his second bucket.
Yeah, he's just relentless on the glass. Unseld turning the miss into points because of his activity down low. That's what you love to see from your big guy.
Takes a step back. Anthony. It's rebounded by Unseld. Unseld's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
I see him.
Here's Griffith. 5 points in the game. Anthony with the defensive effort. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Louisville out in front. They're up by 5. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up. And let's do something we never, ever, ever do, and that's go off topic.
What topic?
So we don't have a topic, Shaq?
Isn't that a topic? Being off topic?
Well, that was more no topic than off topic, but that's all the time we have for this topic, thankfully. Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Cardinals.
This bench, they've been destructive. High energy, attacking like torpedoes.
Rising from the depths, 20,000 points from under the sea.
I see where you're going, but check this out. Making big waves out there, Ernie.
Ooh, well done. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Bing. You've got Rozier. He's out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Unseld in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Coleman. Pass to Owens. Good on the three-point shot. Owens has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. They've got Anthony, and it's Coleman in at the power forward position.
Again, it's Donovan Mitchell with a huge night. One of the premier players in our league.
Here's Bing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Now Mitchell. Pass to Ellison. Here's Bridgman. Releases. Here's Unseld. Cycli pulls it in. Cycli's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Yes, that goes in. Cycli's got 6 points. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Louisville. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. From beyond the arc, Cycli pulls it in. Cycli's got his 5th rebound in this one. Owens with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Anthony. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Down low. And the basket by Unseld. 6 points for him.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Bing. Rozier defending. Here's Cycli. And there it is for him. Cycli's got 4 points this quarter.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Rozier kicks to Mitchell. Good ball movement here by the Cardinals. Pass to Rozier. Here's the three. Here's Unseld, and he jams it with authority.
And guys, I'm starting to be concerned that the rim ain't going to survive some of these Unseld jams. There's just so much power to his game.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Now a timeout called by the Cardinals. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's getting around 20 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds.
To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Coleman. Here's Bing. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Cardinals shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for Louisville. Bridgman the pass to Rozier. Looking to end his cold spell. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
Three-pointer. Out of bounds. It'll be the Cardinals' ball. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Louisville. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position, 5 games behind.
Seeing where the Cardinals are, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
And Mitchell drills the 3.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him.
Pass to Anthony. for three. And the rebound goes to Louisville.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Outside Rozier. Now, here's Mitchell. They set the pick. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Works that one inside nicely.
Louisville leading by 5. Pass to Bridgman. Back to Rozier. Good ball movement here by the Cardinals. Now Mitchell. From the arc. Again, Mitchell missing. Gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Anthony got it from 16 feet. Anthony's got 10 points.
And Melo, a skilled shooter. If he gets a clean look, you expect him to make it.
Rozier the pass to Ellison. That one good for 2. Ellison's got his second basket of the game. So it's the visitors now, trailing by 5. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Well, shutting down his three-point production has to be top of mind for this coaching staff. A new defensive approach is a must.
He's checked in for Owen. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
Louisville on D, leading by 5. And Waiters kicks to Anthony. Shoots it, and he hits the jump shot. Anthony's got 12 points in the game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Bing, covered by Mitchell, and that one's good. Bing.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Here's Unseld, and he goes in for the dunk. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Allison passes to Mitchell. Mitchell with force.
How do you guard that? I mean, Mitchell just toying with the defense.
Bing, the pass to Cycling. Pass to Bing. Five to shoot. Cardinals with the rebound. Unseld's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Mitchell passes to Unseld. Here's Ellison. Mitchell outside. From deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
There's the pick. Here's Bing. Covered by Mitchell. And that one's good. Bing.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Timeout called, Louisville.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Here's Griffith. He has 5. Here's Bridgman. And the layup's good off the glass. Bridgman's got 8 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Carter Williams, the pass to Grant. Back to Carter Williams. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. And there's the foul. It goes on Francisco Garcia. That is his first foul of the game. Rozier, he's checked in for Francisco Garcia. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Rozier against Waiters. On the clock. Over Rozier. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Cardinals leading by 8. Pass to Jang. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. 6 points for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Waiters surveying the D. And here is Owen. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Louisville with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision-making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Terry Rozier is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Gorgie Dan. Then there's McCray, and it's Griffith in at the small forward position.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Terry Rozier.
I've heard Bing say that what he enjoys more than anything is putting pressure on the defense, forcing them into mistakes, and he forces one there, drawing the foul.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
And at the top of the key, Chang. Back to Rozier. Looking to get it going. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Man, Rozier is going full speed within 1 or 2 steps.
Here's Bing. Inside, Warren. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pep.
Crosses over. The drive by Mitchell. And he lays it up and in. Mitchell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cardinals. Pass to Warwick. Here's Bing. Rozier with the steal. Griffith passes to McCray. Mitchell outside. Mitchell finds the high percentage bucket inside.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Shaves the pass to Bing. Spins. Grant outside. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Rozier, and again it's Louisville converting.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint. Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the outs, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Pass to Mitchell. 3-pointer. The rebound by Grant. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Louisville?
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. Up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
Third minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Good ball movement here by the Cardinals. Some solid defense from Grant.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Owens. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Cardinals leading by 11. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Allison passes to Rozier. Clock at 6. Pass to Griffith. Fires from deep. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists tonight.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Grant outside. Here's Cycling. Jang defending. Here's Bing. From past the arc. Kept alive. Cycling. And that one is stuffed right through.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Pass to Rozier. And here's Jang. Mitchell wide open. And again, it's the Cardinals with the three.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Pass to Grant, the tray, and he's good on the three ball. Grant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Louisville. At one point, they led by 16. Owens with the rebound. Owens has got his fourth rebound in this one. Grant outside. Here's Bing. Rozier defending. Tries again. Bing can't hit. Cardinals leading by 12 to the inside. And that one's good, Ellison.
Keeping the head on a swivel. Rozier making a nice pass.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. So both teams making some changes here. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Here's Bing. Rozier defending. Anthony right side. Pass to Bing. 5 on the clock. Over Rozier. Bing can't hit.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Bounce pass from Rozier. And Mitchell gets it to go.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
To the paint, here's Bing. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his third assist on the night.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
Mitchell looking it over. Rozier for three. The shot is off.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher there. I don't know how he could think that's a good shot. That's not who they want out there jacking up threes.
Here's Bing. Layup, no good. Now here's Rozier. Mitchell outside. Fires the three. That's off.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Here's Bing. Rozier defending. Plays it in off the window.
Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Here's Mitchell. Not gonna go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Now Anthony. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
And this is how lethal Anthony is in close, capable of throwing it down all over the defense.
Mitchell. Oh, good on the layup. I think 51% from the field. They'll take that. Anthony fires, and he misses the J. Louisville leading by 11.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Louisville.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping.
So Louisville wins it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.